Hey everybody, I went live on a different one, so let me know if you can hear it now. I'll just kind of see if other people are going to come in here. I'm just pulling it up on my laptop here. Okay, I'm going to kind of see if other people come on in. You can hear me now? Oh, yay. Oh, perfect. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm so glad. Yay, I'm so glad. Okay, I don't know what was wrong with that other one, but I am so glad that it is happening now. So let me do my whole intro thing again for you guys. I'm so sorry about the issues that we were having, but that's always par for the course when you try something new for the first time. So welcome to July book journaling night. I am going to let you guys know that I am going to be having this on my YouTube channel afterwards. So if you didn't catch it or you're watching the replay, you can still watch it on my YouTube channel. I know I had somebody ask, since they haven't finished the book, if they can still watch it afterwards. And totally, yes, you totally can. They didn't want spoilers, which I totally get. So for tonight, what we're going to be doing is focusing on my July book journal setup, as well as talk about the One Golden Summer Book Club book. And I have the stickers for both. So I have the sticker kit for One Golden Summer, and I have the July book journal stickers. Now, these stickers you can get a la carte, and I'll show you which pages I chose to use. I'm using the reading stats and the reading favorites. And then I got 2 pages of the deco sheet because I really use a lot of deco. I got the ransom letters, the journaling kit, the washi strips. I did 3 pages of the book review, and then I am going to be putting in my summer book bingo as well. So I have those 2 stickers, but I'll put them aside for just now. So I thought we would start with setting up my July journal. And sorry if you guys can hear my thing. I think it's just telling me that I went live, which is kind of funny. So I decided I'm going to do 2-page spread here. What I have been doing, I'll show you for February, is I have 1 page for the books that I have read, and then I have the reading favorites, and then the reading stats is going to go on the 2nd page. So that's kind of what I'm going to be setting up for July. I have not set up my June one yet, but that is okay. So yeah, how are you guys all doing? Let me know if you guys are journaling along with me, or if you're just kind of sitting and watching. Let me know, because I'm so curious to know if people journal along with me. Okay, so I'm going to put this at the top, and then we have this sticker sheet in the shop. It's called Monthly Read Scripts, and I just like to put all the books that I read in that month. And so far this month, I have read 6. I'm working on my 7th, but I don't think I'm going to finish it. It's an audiobook, and then I'm physically reading another book as well, but I know I'm not going to finish that by tomorrow. So, all right, how many books have you guys read this month so far? I would love to know. Okay, so let's see here. Usually I have white ones. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put 6 in. I doubt I'm going to get any more. So we'll start with 6. You need to work on your journal soon. You know what? I am so behind. I don't even have June done. It's just blank for my space in June, but I do have May almost done, and I do have the rest done, but I am behind. I was doing so good at the beginning of the year of every day, updating all of the pages that I've read and everything like that. But for some reason, it's just kind of gone to the wayside this last little bit. Let's see here. Usually I put like 5-star ratings underneath, but I don't have those because we changed up our book review. So this is how it looks now. And it used to look like this. So it's a little bit different. So I might just steal some of those ones. Let's see. Oh, that one's all gone. All right, so maybe this page will not get worked on today, which is totally fine. You're starting your book journal now? I love that. You know what? Last year I started a book journal. I did not get very far and I just kind of stopped because I always find in the summer it's very hard for me to read with the kids at home because they ask so many questions and then I have to I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so I have to pause and just kind of chat with them and see what's all going on. So I find it very difficult to kind of focus on reading. And so I often fall off in the summer, which is when most people read. I know that. But I, for some reason, just fall off in the summer. So I've been really liking staying up to date this year. You started your 5th book yesterday, but you don't think you're going to finish it. You're on your 8th book. Oh my goodness. That is really impressive. My goal is always to do 6 books a month, and some months I go over and some months I go under, but my hope was to do 50 books for the year. So I am only 20% into my physical book, but I am 50% done my audiobook. So I might finish it tomorrow. So I might leave some space for it. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this one off stream because I just ran out of these and this, so we'll just leave that. But basically what I plan on doing is I have a template in my shop for the book covers, and it's just a silhouette cut file. So if you want to just drag in your books, you can. And I basically just put the book covers on top here, and then I just know what books I've read for that month and just kind of do the star rating. And that's all I do on this page. So I'll just put the first 2 books in. I read Fearless and I read The Baby Dragon Cafe. Okay, let's see here. So I kind of want to do something a little bit different this month because we now have these stats. I used to only have the reading favorites. So now I'm going to have to incorporate these stats in there. I might not use all of them, but I'll do the ones that pertain to me. So let's put this July here. And then I have to do favorite book. How did I set it up? Over here. Okay. Let's do favorite book. We'll do top 3. Maybe we'll do that in the corner and just kind of layer it. Maybe use this. Kind of layer that. So I'll put my top 3 books in there. You need it. It's free on my website, so you can just go under, I think it's templates. It's free. It's just a silhouette file. It's so awesome. You just drag your books into the blue space, and then if you have a silhouette machine, you can use it there. The silhouette program itself is completely free, so you can even just put it on there, print it, and then just cut around it if you would like, and then just glue them on. But if you have a silhouette machine, obviously you can cut with sticker paper. But yeah, you can just cut it out with stickers on regular paper For sure, for sure. So it's really simple and easy. Okay, let's see what else I want to do. Maybe add it to my TBR because sometimes when I finish a book, I forget about the next one in the series, and I'm really bad at that. I'm trying really hard this last little while to kind of be more intentional about that and start finishing book series as opposed to just letting them like reading one book and then forgetting about them. So I think this one will be helpful for me in the future just to kind of like get them the next one on my list. Okay, let's do, I love this part. I'm going to put a little washi strip here to separate these. And we'll do books read. How many of them were physical books? How many of them were audiobooks? Pages read and time listened. These are usual stats that I put on. And then maybe we'll put like 5-star reads up here. I feel like I need something. Maybe there needs to be deco there or something like that. Maybe that's all it needs is that. Okay, we'll do 5-star reads, most read genre. Let's see. And then we'll do longest book, shortest book. Oh, maybe anticipated reads. We'll put down here. Oh, it's a lot more stats than I'm used to. Average rating. Maybe we'll do like a separator here too. Okay, so what kind of books have you guys read this month? I have read Fearless is one of the books I read. So that was the third one in the series, I believe. I read Fearless. I read The Baby Dragon Cafe, which is like super cute and like just very cozy type vibes. I read The Third Gilmore, which is an autobiography by Kelly Bishop, which was so good. I honestly was not expecting to love it as much as I did, and I loved that book. So I read that one, and then I read Wicked Beauty, which is in the first book is Neon Gods, but what is the series called? Dark Olympia, something like that. And then put DNF books. We'll put Books Borrow. No. Maybe we'll do that. And then I read Fireblood, which is the second book in that series. And then I read One Golden Summer, which is our book club book. And then the book that I am working on, I'm listening to The Apprentice to the Villain, which is the second book in that series. And I'm also reading Thunderhead, which is the second book in the Scythe series. See, like I said, I'm trying very hard to focus on completing series that I have read because I am struggling with that. So that's what I have been working on. So what have you guys been reading this month? Let me know. Okay, so I set up my stats page here. I think it looks really cute. There, what do you guys think? Stats page all set up. And then I'm going to be putting in my individual books after this. Oh, you guys can't even see. I'm sorry. I'm so high. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Here, let me move this down. Okay, so for our book reviews, It's a little bit different than what I am used to, so I'm gonna be kind of playing around with it a little bit. We have they're one giant sticker now as opposed to a bunch of different little sheets. So I thought it would be cute if I did like washi at the top and then just kind of put the sticker on and then see how there's like room. I think I might move it to one side and like maybe put deco, or I could put like ransom letters down the side. That's just kind of what I was thinking. Um, I love cozy academia vibes and fairies too. I tried reading Emily Wilde, the first one, and I just literally couldn't. It's like the first book I've DNF'd ever, and I couldn't. And maybe it was because I read it while I was traveling that I just couldn't get into it. Maybe I need to like try reading it again, but for some reason I just couldn't get into that one at all. But I do love the cozy witchy vibes. Like that's and fairies, like that's my favorite. Like I loved reading The Spell Shop. That was one of my uh I loved that book so much. So I can't wait. The second one is out now and I cannot wait to read that one. So maybe we'll do like this. And then this one we'll go down here. So maybe we'll do some like pieces off of this. Maybe put this here. We can do some of the blue. Okay, so let's chat about our book club book. Have you guys read One Golden Summer? If you have, let me know. And let me know what you rated it. Yeah, I feel like that book is a hit or miss, and I loved the writing style. I felt like it was good. I just felt like it was a lot slower than like the cozier books that I have been loving. And maybe it's just again that I was traveling and because I was on a plane and kind of tired that the slow vibes just were too slow for me. But yeah, I can definitely see that it's like a hit or miss type book. But maybe I need to give it a try when I like actually have the patience to look for it or listen to it. But also, I was listening to it. Maybe reading it would be better. Okay, so you gave it 4.5 out of 5. I gave it 4 out of 5. I'm generally pretty, like, I'm very generous with my star ratings. But honestly, I was expecting, I know this is going to sound bad, but I was expecting to hate this book because it's just not my normal cup of tea because I am a big person that doesn't like to, um, I don't like to read books about sad things that could happen in real life. That's like one of the things I hate the most. So usually in romance books, there are some sort of sad element to it. So I was very nervous about not liking the book at all. And it totally blew my expectation. I actually could not put this book down. So I thought 4 was actually really good for what I was anticipating this book being. So I was very, very happy about it. Yeah, I read it while we were camping and I started it on Friday. So I read it this past weekend. Started reading it on Friday and I could not put it down. Like my family was kind of laughing because I read very small like increments at a time. So and I'm a very slow reader, so books take me a very long time to get through. So they were kind of laughing because I just wouldn't put this book down. So I thought it was like a very good book in that sense. 5 stars. You also didn't expect to like it. See, me neither. I read the first book, okay, but after I read the book club book. Oh, okay, honestly, I did not know that this was not like I didn't know it was not a standalone book. I thought that it was just a one-off romance book, but she actually has a book about other characters that came out before this, so I didn't know that. So it is about, um, Charlie's brother and his wife. So if you are interested in that, they have that book as well. I forget what it's called. It's very similar. It's got summer in the title as well. You also okay, you only read thrillers, but you were so presently surprised that you liked this one. Honestly, me too. I am big into fantasy, and so I wasn't expecting to like this, and I could not get this book from my library. I tried so hard on Libby. I tried getting a physical copy from the library as well, and I could not get one. So I ended up buying the book myself, which I was very reluctant to do because I didn't think I was going to like it. So I yeah, I was very nervous, but I was very pleasantly surprised because I really like it. It's about Percy and Sam. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna actually read that one too. I think it sounded actually kind of cute. I guess there is a spoiler because we know the ending, but I still think it would be kind of cute to kind of go back into that world a little bit. So that is really cool. Oh, Every Summer After is the name. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, and you gave it 5 out of 5. Perfect. See, I'm so happy that we were all like pleasantly surprised that we liked this book because I was again very nervous. So very happy that you guys like this book. Um, so for me, the only reason I gave it 4 out of 5 is I found it kind of predictable, obviously. With romance books, you often get that where you kind of can figure out where the story was going. I kind of figured out his whole health issue was going to be a big thing, especially when she would say like you have your health, and then he would kind of like look nervous, and then stuff like that. So I found it a little bit predictable. That's why I gave it 4 out of 5. But again, I was still heavily invested in the book. So, what would you guys say was your favorite part of the book or least favorite? I think something that surprised me in the book is I was expecting it to be a little bit more spicy, and it wasn't. And I think that's what it needed. I liked the element of her finding more of her voice and herself as opposed to it just being about the love story. I loved when she like stood up for herself, and I loved when she like went back to Toronto and decided she was going to be more of the photographer that she wanted to be, and to, like put her health and stuff like that. Like she went to the pool and stuff like that afterwards, and I thought that was awesome. So I was very, very happy about that. That's the part I really liked. Yeah, this book is your genre. Okay. So maybe I need to give more of this genre a chance because I generally don't read too many of these. So that's good to know. Yeah. Okay. I so agree. I love that Nan, she got her joy back and that she was included in things that they did together. I so agree. So I thought she was just going to be a very minute character and that she wasn't gonna be really talked about much, that kind of they were gonna, like, put her to the side, but I loved that she got her own, like, little story of going and visiting her friend and resolving that whole issue, and then telling, sorry, I'm really bad at names, so, like, I never remember the names of the characters. Alice, that she, like, told her to stand up for herself, and then when she did, even to her nan, she, like, apologized, like, her nan apologized to her and told her that she was not in the right, and I just thought it was so good to, like, see and to watch because, usually they don't get their own little story on the little characters. And Charlie and the nan was so cute together. I so agree. I really loved that. Yeah, I loved, loved, loved the grandma. She was so cute, and I love how, like, she was trying to figure out her like where she fit into everything, and so was Alice, and so was Charlie. Like they were all just trying to figure out um what was kind of next for them and how to like find their joy again. And so them all being the same, but they all did it in different ways, which I just thought was really cool. So yeah, I really, really loved that. I loved the grandma. She was awesome. I felt like I cried way too many times in this book. I didn't cry at the end because I knew that the end was coming, but I felt like I cried a lot when it was like being revealed that it was going to come up. So that part was like very sad for me. Okay, I loved the list. I also thought it was funny that he immediately saw it, but also I thought, wow, what an incredible memory because he didn't take a picture of it until like after a while. So like he memorized things on that list so fast and I could never. I would have been like, yeah, I didn't even read any of it because he read that thing so quickly. But I love that he worked on the list with her and like was helping her achieve a lot of the things. It was really, really cute. I really liked that. And I was curious when she first made the list if she was going to complete everything or not, or if it was going to be like, um, yeah, I think it would have been really cute if they would have made a list at the end of the book of like things that they wanted to do for like the next year or something like that. Like if they made a list after they were back together, if they would have made a list like for coming up in the future, I just think that would have been really, really cute. Okay, so I got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books so far. So I only have 5 other than One Golden Summer. So I'm going to leave this whole page dedicated to One Golden Summer because it is our book club book. Oh, this one. But I am going to leave this one open in case I do finish that audiobook tomorrow. Then I can put it in here. So that's what my plan is for that paper. Yeah, wouldn't that be so cute? Like a little list of the future. I like how they ended it. I like how they didn't end it with like her being pregnant or them getting married. It was more like them just having a life together and her having her open house as opposed to like they always like jump to like marriage often I find in these books. So I was really excited that they like decided to like take things a lot slower and yeah, I really like that part. And I think the list would have just been a really, really cute idea. And it could have been more about like her pictures and them like redoing the apartment so that it wouldn't be so modern and stuff to like maybe add more touches of like the cabin style to it or something like that. I don't know. I just think that would have been really cute. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, you know what? I agree. That is one of my pet peeves as well because it always seems like why does that have to be always the conclusion? Like why can't they just be two people that are in love together? So I 100% agree. I feel like what book was it? Um the hockey one, which is that book called? Anyways, I feel like in those books they always end up getting married at the end. It's like, why do they have to do that? Yeah, very generic. Yeah, you know what? I was expecting the ending to be her being pregnant too. That was literally what I was expecting. I'm like, she's gonna be pregnant or they're gonna be married, and then it's gonna be like his brother and then her all excited because they are gonna have kids together and stuff like that. So that's what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so now that I have this kind of slightly set up, I'm going to fill all the writing in after because my writing is very messy and I know if I do that I won't be able to talk because I have to think so much. So I'm going to start working on my One Golden Summer spread. And I do have to say I was really nervous about the quotes because when you haven't read the book, it's really hard to pick quotes. So I was going off what the internet was giving me as suggestions, and I think that they turned out so good. I love Good Things Happen at the Lake. That was like an obvious one we had to have, which I'm very happy we do. I think I might like you more than anyone. And then because for once in your life, I don't feel like I'm on the sidelines. For once, I'm in the photo. I love that one. Honestly, there was one prediction I made in this book that did not happen that I was kind of surprised didn't happen, and that was when she decided to pull her picture from the gallery. I was kind of expecting her to instead give a photo of like her and Charlie together. For some reason, I thought that was the direction it was going to go, and I was kind of excited for that. I was kind of hoping that she would still stick with the show and but instead have like a picture that she was more excited about and that one that she more related to. So that's what I think. I loved that she stuck to her guns with that. I thought that was so admirable. Okay, maybe I want to put this in the middle. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Ooh. Thank goodness for removable stickers. Let's move this down here. Ooh. Okay, we're just going to flip this to the bottom. Welcome to everybody that is new, that is joining us. Let us know if you have read the book for July for July and what you thought of it, what kind of star rating you gave it. We kind of chatted about it a little bit. Yeah. There, that's better, I think. I think I'm going to put like One Golden Summer near the top. But maybe I need to put something with it. Maybe I'll just do this. So is there anything you would change in the book? If you could change anything, what would you change? I think I was kind of surprised that what's her name? You guys told me. What's like his sister-in-law? What's her name? I think I wasn't expecting her to be at like the pool. That was like one of the bigger things that I was surprised about. I didn't feel like it was really needed in the book, but that was there. Oh, you were wondering about the spice and the language in the book. Okay, so I would say the spice is very, very minimal. They do things in the book, but it is not extremely explicit, if that makes sense. I would say they do talk about certain things, but it's not like hardcore stuff that they're chatting about. It's mostly about like kissing and stuff like that. It's not extremely, but it depends on your spice level. I personally, what would you guys say? Do you guys think the spice level was high? I feel like the language was a little bit high. They do use some swearing in the book, so if that's not your cup of tea, then I would not suggest that you read this book. But I don't think the spice was super super high, in my personal opinion. But I do love spice in books. I would say a 2. That's what I was putting it at, 2. 2 out of 5 is what I would rate the spice rating. But it's really cute. I thought they did it very, very well. 1.5 out of 5 for spice level. It's not like other modern romance books. Not too graphic. Yeah, that's what I would say too. 100%. It's not like, and it's not like a huge, huge focus, where I find that a lot of more modern romance books are extremely focused on the spice level. So I was very excited that this one was not. I'm going to put, what do we want to put in the middle here? Do I want to put this in the middle? Yeah, it's not a big part of the story. It's more towards the ending, like 3/4 mark in, that I would say the spice is, but everything else is more like longing and like looks and stuff like that. So that's my take on it. You're very welcome. Now, speaking of such, because I'm picking the books for October, November, and December, those are going to be coming out in August. Is spice level like a big factor in terms of what kind of books we want to see in the future? Like, if I picked a book that had spice, would it deter a lot of people from reading the book? Would it be a book, or would it be things that wouldn't bother you? It's just good to know so that I make sure that I pick appropriate books for you guys. Welcome here, guys. If you're new, let me know if you guys have read our book club book, and if not, or if you have, let me know what kind of rating you were going to give it. I personally gave it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was really good, and it was very unexpected that I loved it, so I was very, very happy about that. Okay. I think this sticker is like super cute that I really want to like incorporate it because it's just to mark that it was the book club book. Okay. Let's see. You gave it 4 out of 5 as well. Yeah, I loved it. I was surprised that I liked it so much because it's not my normal genre. So I was very, very happy about it and very happy to see that. My goal for you don't mind a little spicy. See, that's me too. I love all that kind of stuff. So, but I just want to make sure that we are okay, because some of the books that people have put suggestions in have had some spice. So I just want to make sure if I'm picking specific books that people don't care. And you're always welcome to, like, if that's not your book, you can skip it, and then we can just like, you can just join us for the live and we can just journal together. And then if you want to just join us for the next one, that's fine too. You don't have to do every single month. Okay, good to know. Whether it's 1 pepper or 5, you will still read it. That's good for me. No way. Have you? That's so cool. So they say, I have driven that highway and stopped at the lakes and been in Barry's Bay so many times. So neat to read about the places I have been. 1 to 5, it's all good. That's good to know. I love this book was for Canada. I did not know this was a Canadian author, and I was so excited when she mentioned Winnipeg. I was like telling my kids, I'm like, no way, look at this. They're mentioning Winnipeg, they're mentioning Toronto, they're mentioning all these really cool places. And I just thought that was so, so cool. Because honestly, I don't really read many Canadian authors. So it was very, very, very good to like have that incorporated into the book. I just really liked that. Only read Christian fiction, and that's totally fine. And that's why I kind of ask, just to make sure that we are all like on the same. Like, if I did do it, that you might still just join us, and that you'd be okay with that. But if there was lots of people that were against it, then I just wouldn't include it, and that is fine too. We all have our own styles of books for sure. I was kind of planning on doing lots of different genres because for me, I am not a big romance person, but I wanted to throw some of those in. I want to kind of expand the genres and stuff like that so that I'm reading different types of books as well. Honestly, I didn't know that this place is a real place either, and now I really, really wanna go see it. So is it like the lake that they were on that is a real place? Is that, um that's real? Yeah, and I'm so happy that you hang out because we still get to journal and stuff like that together, and I just think that's really, really fun. So if you're just popping in, I'll show you what I have done so far this evening. We started with our July setup. So I have my July reads, and I just ran out of books. So I'm going to have to fill this in after the live. But I just have my July reads at the top. And then here are the stats and reading favorites sheet. And then I have each individual sheet, which I'll kind of like incorporate. This is the amount of washi and journaling stickers I have left, and then some deco. And I'm going to try and fill in these sections a little bit better for as far as that. But I have these 4 books, and then this is my 5th book. And then, of course, we have One Golden Summer on here, which I will write about when we are done the live. So I thought I have some ransom letters and some couple more like stuff. So I'm going to kind of fill in these sections here. I love that. I love that it's a real place. Now I really want to go. That would be so, so fun. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I was reading this book while we were camping, and just we weren't on a we weren't going to the lake very often. Like we weren't on a boat or anything like that, but we did have a beach near us, and it was like kind of fun to be reading it while camping because it was just very I don't know, very cool. I really liked that. How does one join the book club? Honestly, just we pick a book every month. You just got to read the book. Come join us on the live and we just chat about the book. It's not like you need to sign up for anything. We do have optional sticker sheets if you want to do them in your journal. So next month, our book for August is Remarkably Bright Creatures. And we do have a sticker kit for it in the shop. It's a 2-page kit. And as you can see, I just used the one for One Golden Summer. And that's this one here. This is an optional thing. You don't need to purchase the stickers if you're not book journaling, but it is just a really, really fun thing to do to mark your book club book. And then you just read the book for the month. And at the end of the month, we'll have a journaling night like this. And we'll just come together. Because I had to restart the live, I don't have the link in the description anymore, but I'm going to be putting it in the description here, but it's also on my Instagram link tree, and we have a suggestion page that if you want to put suggestions for books for us to read for the months of October, November, or December, you can put your suggestions in there, and I pick them in quarters that we're doing. So I have July's was One Golden Summer, August is Remarkably Bright Creatures, and September is Crescent Moon Tea Room, which I'm really, really excited to read. And then we'll do October, November, and December. They'll come out in August. And I'm doing them in quarters because if you do get the sticker kits, a lot of people like to get them in advance so that they're there for when we start. It's up towards the open. It's also pretty up there. Oh, I believe it. I don't mind spice. Okay, perfect. Oh, sorry. I'll show you again. The August book is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This is my library copy I just picked up yesterday. I'll kind of leave it here for like a few seconds so that you guys can kind of see it. Yeah, and I'll be taking pictures of it and putting it on my Instagram starting on the 1st so that you guys can, you're very welcome, so that you guys can read that one. Yeah, I'm excited about this book. I have heard such good things about it. Has anybody read that book already, or are you kind of waiting, or is it one that you're going to try and read? I thought this book was so cute, so I'm going to write cute with these ransom letters. And then, okay, this book, The Third Gilmore, is so good. I loved that book. I could not stop listening. I listened to that one on audiobook because I like listening to memoirs that are more like in their own voice. So I liked that one. You'll probably start a couple weeks before the next live. Nice. I read this book last weekend, finished it on Monday. So I cut it really close, but having like a timeline where I had to finish it really made me like get my button gear to get it going. But I do have Remarkably Bright Creatures out from the library, so I only have a couple weeks to get that one done. So I'll be getting that one done shortly. You finished it 30 minutes before the. I love that. Okay, I'm not the last one that put everything off to the end. Oh, yay! You're heading to the shop to buy some more. Yay! Thank you so much. Okay. Book journaling is just like so fun. I'm like loving it. So maybe I'll show you guys in the last couple minutes here that we have. You kind of seen like what I'm gonna be doing for July. And then maybe at the beginning of next month, we'll kind of flip through and I'll show you like how the end product kind of figured out. But maybe if you guys are curious, I'll show you guys what my start of my journal looks like, because these are pages I'm like so proud of. So maybe I'll just show you guys those. So we have my title page here with my book genre key. And this is very not up to date, so just be forewarned. But this is my bookshelf. And then we have like the different genre colors. I did want to start next year. I'm going to be doing the icons come with the colored, like they match the colors of each month, and I'm going to be using those instead of the colored ones. I just think that'll look so fun to like see which ones go for each month. Yeah, I think they're so fun. A book journal is just so fun. Like I started one last year and didn't make it very far, and this year I'm just like loving it. And then I have my rating scale and my spicy rating scale, and just like kind of saying like how I determine each one. And then again, this is super not up to date, but I do have time listened and pages read, because I do listen to a lot of audiobooks and I read books on my Kobo. So I really need to get back into this. Maybe I'll start on the first again and just kind of disregard the rest of the months and just kind of start back up in August. And then the theme for this entire thing is our fantasy fan kit, because that's like my genre that I love. So I did the whole beginning pages up in fantasy fan. And then I have my reading goal, and I think I'm at 34 books read this year already. So very happy with my progress this year. And then my reading challenge. Oh, sorry, the Rainbow Reading Challenge. I should say that. So reading a book of every color. And again, I have to fill in some more. So I'll be doing that. And then we do have a few bingo sheets. I have my fantasy one and my romance one. And then I have a book of the month sheet, and I have been putting in my favorite book for each month and kind of going along. And I need to just color these in. I am stuck on what to do with March. I didn't read any books in the month of March. What would you guys do if you guys didn't read any books in 1 month? Would you just color the book itself and then leave the title, like the picture inside, blank? I need some ideas. I'm not sure what to do. Holy moly, you've read 51 already. That is incredible. Like, that's amazing. Good for you. Your goal is 76. That is such a random number. Why 76, can I ask? Yeah, that's really cool. You are doing amazing for your goal. Wow, incredible. And then again, I just went through each month. So I have like my January reads and favorites. And then I usually have like a book bingo for each season. And then I go through the pages individually for each month. So that is how I have been laying out my book journal. So you would use that. Oh, that's such a good idea. That's a good idea. I could print a picture with that in there. That's a really good idea. You will get the August book from the library. Would prefer it on your Kindle. Yes, I love my Kindle too. My hold for on my Libby app was like 16 weeks or something crazy, and I just couldn't wait that long because I knew I needed to read it for August. So I went to the library and got the physical book. Oh, one more than last year. That's so smart. 75 was last year. Now you're 76. You got one more. That is just so smart. I love that. I tried to read 50 books last year. I think I got to 32. So that was like really good for me. And now I'm going to be trying to hit that 50 mark. So we're really close. We're getting closer and closer. Nothing makes me more excited than being on Goodreads and then having to see like how many books I have ahead of schedule. That always just makes me so happy. Maybe I'll leave my Goodreads in the comments or the description section. So if you guys want to follow me and we can follow each other on Goodreads, you can do that too if you guys are on there. Yeah, I thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. You don't need to start over again. Just like carry on and move on and then start just where you left off. But yeah, I'd love to see if you guys use any of our stickers. Just make sure you tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see it. But yeah, I hope you guys like this live. Next month we are reading Remarkably Bright Creatures. And again, we do have the book club kit up in the shop if you are wanting it. It's not a necessity, but it's just super fun. And as well as the August kit, it all matches our monthly theme. So those are all up in the shop. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think for the next one. If you want a little bit more structure, if you kind of like this, like just chatting and journaling type style, let me know what you guys think. I thought it was really, really fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I had so much fun. So I'll see you guys next month. Bye.